Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of the Tuning In Podcast. I am Jay Wells, and I'm here with the one and only, my homie, Mixman Shawn. Shawn, say what's up to the people.
People. What's
One more time, because that mic, you gotta be close to that mic.
up? What's up, people? How you
There he
doing?
is. Hit him with some of them fancy buttons you got. That's why you got this mic switch.
Oh, I
Give him a little
forgot.
something. Give him a little flavor. There it is. All right, y'all be ready. We're gonna have some sound effects in here. We're goofing. You,
What's up?
It's our Sweet 16, episode 16. We are going to be bringing you a conversation about mastering the fundamentals. And we're going to hit a couple nuggets on the current events and give our key takeaways. To open this conversation up, Shawn, I wanted to bring up a legend in America by the name of Thomas Jefferson. You know, he was the third president of the United States from 1801 to 1809. It was set up a lot different back in the days. Nowadays, with your term
Here.
limits being 4 years, but back then it was a lot different. And what's trippy too, I kind of was just reading a little note. He was also the first Secretary of State under George Washington, and then he was also the second Vice President of the United States under John Adams. Kind of a couple cool little notes from him. And
Damn, so around for like good 12 years or what?
yeah, bro, he was involved in the founding of America in so many ways. And I think that
Oh,
you have something beginning, right? Like getting into politics, getting into
he's on
statesmanship.
one of the dollar bills?
Jefferson's, yeah.
Yeah, which ones he's on? Jefferson's, which ones are those?
Bro, I don't want to fuck this up, dude, but I'm pretty sure he's on the
Because I know the Benjamins, it's all about the Benjamins.
is he
I
the
mean,
20? Let me double check.
I guess
It's
this
all about
is
the
all about
Jeffersons.
Jefferson's now.
Let me check before I read his quote because I won't fuck this up.
Yeah,
Jefferson is on.
my bad, bro. History happens to be my one
Well,
of
he
my.
ain't on number one. That's George Washington. Yeah, he's the 20.
He's a 20.
Oh no, he says the two note features.
He's on
Washington.
that.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Pretty awesome. That's a good bill to be on.
Nah. Andrew Jackson's on the 20. He's on the two. He's on the $2 bill.
That's rare.
Yeah, that is rare. I had one for a long time. I held on to it, and then I was like, nah, whatever.
I come across that $2 bill, I
Yeah,
usually keep it, but
yeah.
I
So
don't have one right now.
he's an American legend, for he was I guess also the governor of Virginia for a while too. But in any case, you know, good person to kind of study for American history if you wanted to, talk about the founding fathers. And since our topic is about focusing on the fundamentals, mastering the ABCs, um, you know, I got into the thought process. I wanted to have somebody, but bring a little bit of that history, into our conversation today as well. So I got this quote from him. It says, "If you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done." Thomas Jefferson.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Like, how many people out there are saying, "Oh, I want this, I want that, I want to be the boss, I want to be promoted, I want to have my business, I want to have X, Y, and Z," but they're not even willing to like stretch the boundaries of what they know, and do the hard work that it takes to get even over the edge of the first step. Yeah, that's like the thing. We're gonna talk about mostly focusing on the fundamentals and mastering the ABCs in the beginning, and then we'll have a nice segue. We'll talk about cutting corners. So, I think that I have this quote about this that I say all the time. I don't even remember who I got it from. But it says, "You got to be the disaster before you can be the master." What do you think of that, Shawn?
I said that, bro. You got that from me, remember?
Oh, that was a Mixman Shawn quote. Hold up, bro. Give me some of that. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, okay. That's good. That's like the friends laughter, canned laughter in the background.
Bro, I can't even read the text on this thing. I just see a little blinky light. I'm hitting.
Yeah, you'll get it down. You'll get the what do they call muscle memory of it.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure, bro. Everybody said that quote. Like,
In some way, right?
yeah, because it's true.
Big
It's true.
facts.
Anybody who's a teacher,
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I hope they're saying stuff like that.
they they have to have like it's a good quote. Like I mean, and 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 it rhymes. That's why shit like this stays around.
No doubt. Yeah,
You
I
know,
love the
isn't
rhymies.
that crazy?
I
Like there's
memorize
a
them.
pattern. Like bro, a lot of the shit that has a message, they put it in a rhyme, and that shit
Of
stays
course. It's like
forever.
musical. It's easier for us to memorize. It's easy. You know how it is. It's so funny because even I said mastering the ABCs, right? But if you, how did you learn the ABCs, Sean? I mean,
Songs,
yeah, exactly. The song, the ABC, A B C D E F. That shit goes
bro.
hard, actually.
The the bridge in that song is my
Oh, you
favorite.
talking about the elemental P?
Melody.
Did you? Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Huh.
Because I remember I'd had to practice the alphabet so many times. When you learn to speak, you have to practice words. And sometimes what I find hilarious is that when we think we know what a word means or how to say a word, but we saying it wrong,
Yeah,
that cracks me up. It brings me some of the greatest humor ever.
bro.
I don't think that means what you think that means, that meme. But
All
the
that, like
I got a question for you about the elemental P.
P.
When I was a kid growing up in the US and we're practicing that, it's like hella people go through this phase where they think that's like just a singular thing. It's they don't realize it's like LMNOP. They think it's LMNOP,
Yeah.
like it's chunked together. Did that happen for you when you were learning English as well?
No, so I didn't really learn it from a song because I in the village over there in India, they
Hmm.
they started teaching me English in the sixth grade,
Oh
and
wow.
it was like it wasn't easy. I mean, it was pretty easy because it was like only 26 letters
Yeah.
compared to 36. We have 36.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like in Punjabi, we got 36.
You got to practice your ass off for that then, huh?
No, no, yeah, but I mean, you get it because like you know these words and you know the pronunciation and you know the difference, right? It's
Yeah.
sound. It's just different way to make a sound. But English, even though it has 26, but you can combine th, ph. So that's
Mm.
like additional shits. That's additional pronunciation. Like for the phone or whatever. Like you put a ph, but like
Yeah.
yeah,
Makes the f sound.
right? Or like th. You can't just say those without a h in there,
Mm.
right? So like, so it was easy to get the alphabet, and they just taught us like A for apple type of shit. There wasn't no song.
Okay. So they just kind of gave you like the elementary version of.
Yeah, but
So
the funky part was the pronunciation.
yeah.
Like the alphabet, easy. Cat, bat, fucking apple, whatever. That's easy.
Hey, when did you learn your first English swear word? These
Oh,
are
bro.
fundamentals.
Um, you know, swearing in any language, it's an art.
Oh,
Like,
heck yeah, that's
like
a
if
good
you
point.
know, if you know how to swear good, you can never offend nobody.
Yeah, that's true.
That shit is just like
You gotta get slick with it.
unless you were like a weirdo, mean ass dude or whatever. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit come. Okay, if you hating this different, but like some of the fools that I know when they just swear, it's just so
Hmm.
funny. It's just like wow. It's like it's lyrics. It's like lyrical art to me.
Yeah.
So, oh shit. And,
It,
and the best part about that is the rhythm.
okay.
It's the way they say it.
Okay, listen. Before we move on and actually dive into our subject a little bit more, give me at least one or two good swear words in Punjabi.
Oh my god, bro! Don't even.
Come on. I've never heard this. All these years we've been friends, I've never heard these. Give me like the best one. Teach me something.
Cause
Teach me like what's the equivalent to fuck you? How do you tell somebody fuck you in Punjabi?
uh,
I need to know this, bro. I need to know this. You heard my fake laugh, right?
oh my god! I mean, it sounds fake, but it's not.
There it is.
Oh, oh shit, bro! Don't do this, cause
It's too late. It's already been opened. I've already ripped that thing open. Give me some gunshots. And let's fucking tell me how to say fuck you in Punjabi.
dog, no,
He's like, I can't be a bad influence on you.
no, cause it's like, cause there's no translation's funny, bro.
I agree with that.
And we're going off on a tangent. I know we 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 we're gonna go back to Thomas, our boy
Oh yeah,
Thomas.
we'll be there. We'll be there.
Man, you know, there's no translation. There's no exact like.
Oh, okay, so it's not an exact
Translated
translation.
it, if I translated it, it'll just mean be like having sex. It's not a bad word. Like,
Okay, so in English though, when we say fuck you, it doesn't mean
yeah, because
I want to have
we
sex with you.
where
It
is
means
right.
it
We
means like you're a piece of shit. Go away from me. You know, you're an
like,
asshole. That kind
bro.
of stuff.
Punjabi is one of the best languages to like cuss in.
Well,
It's
give me something, bro.
like
I can't leave here until I get something.
my I know my grandparents and some of their friends and shit, bro. Ah, so it the way they dude, it's they write poems with their fucking curses. You know what I mean? They just be like,
Yeah,
but they don't mean it. They're doing
yeah.
it
Just having fun.
because they know they're good at it. It's entertainment.
Yeah,
Like because they know we're listening and we're gonna be like, damn, I can't believe you said that.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I
So,
mean?
so what's your favorite? What's your favorite swear or some kind of expression like that? Then.
Like, man, they just be putting scenarios together, bro. It'll be like a scene. They, they'll just describe a whole scene. Be like, man, damn, I can't believe Josh, you got me talking about fucking bad words over here.
Oh, bad words are a basic thing. Like when you learn language,
And you
this
know
is one
what?
of the first
It's
things you
crazy.
learn. You got to master it.
You when you cuss in English, bro, it doesn't hit that hard, but in Punjabi, it's personal.
Yeah.
Damn, I
Dang
didn't
it.
see that shit at all.
You're gonna have to give me some kind of fuck you equivalent for Punjabi someday.
I'll
Doesn't have
give
to
you
be right now, Sean, but you got to
here.
give me something.
Let me see. Let me. I'll get,
Don't forget to stay close to that mic. We got to capture this.
yeah. I give you some simple ones that are like not super offensive.
It just has to be one. Just give me one, and then we'll dive back in.
So their go to word is pancho,
Pancho, like a P.
like a pancho, but like a B with the BH though,
Oh,
because
BH.
pancho, like a
Bancho.
B.
What does that mean?
It means sister fuck.
So, oh, that's like almost saying motherfucker. Bancho, like that.
And for the motherfucker, it's just macho. Mom
Macho.
and chode means fucker, so you can kind of make hella combination. You can
Oh,
put it.
I've heard this word, bro. Banchod.
Yeah,
I've
and like
heard this word, bro. I just didn't even fucking know because of
so
all
it's
of our homies that speak different languages.
and then
Is it similar in Farsi, you think? Or
I've noticed it's similar in Italian because they be like the Italians be like whatever in their language. You know,
yeah.
they
No, because I had homies that were Afghani. I don't know if this is Pashtun maybe or Farsi, one of them.
but they got both.
Banchod, I learned this when I was a kid.
Yeah, and
That's
isn't it
hilarious.
crazy that that's like a common one?
Yeah.
Cuss word be like, hey, you. So there's that one. They be like bancho, right?
Hmm.
And there's a other common ones like sala.
Sala.
Yeah, sala means brother-in-law, which also implies to your sister, like I fucked your sister. It's and I noticed Italians have the same shit,
Everybody cusses in this kind of way
and it's
because it's
but that's
insulting. You
like
want
the
it's
basic.
anything that's family, you know? It's dirty.
That's
It's like
yeah,
fucking stings.
that's the basic. That's like the
Yeah.
lamest of the lamest cuss words I've ever heard, but they're the most common. But the type of cuss words I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
fucking poetry.
I love it. I love
Man,
it.
one time one of my grandpa, he was mad. I'm gonna translate what he said. It doesn't translate well,
Okay.
but listen to his thought process.
All right, send it. I'm here for
Somebody got him mad, right? He's just pissed off, and he's like, and they try to threaten him. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna get the Punjab police on you or whatever."
it.
he said, he said some shit like, he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna put the Punjab police in your mom's pussy, including the guns."
What? That's taking it to the next level.
I'm like, bro,
Jeez.
what the fuck you came up with this little? You know what I mean? He's like he said the whole Punjab police thing, and then the punchline was including the guns. I'm
Can't
gonna put
forget the
the whole
guns.
Punjab police in your mom's pussy, including the gun.
Jeez. When we get angry
But
about
it's like
stuff, we take it to the most extremes that we can, huh?
it sounds stupid in English, but to hear that in Punjabi, like the way he delivered it, was just the funniest shit ever.
That's
I was like,
funny.
bro, who the fuck thinks? So growing up, he never cussing. We never took it personally because we were like, oh, let me see what he got to say. It
Yeah.
was they, they're venting in a poetic way.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know,
I think it's funny.
it's art.
Uh,
It's art.
it-
If you know how to do it good, it can never be offensive.
no, for sure. That's a good point. And I think, well, I mean, just depending on the person that you're engaging with and the nature of that engagement,
But
right?
but but,
Swearing is fun. We cuss a lot on our show, but
but
we do talk about some real stuff.
we don't ever like cuss anybody out like that.
No
Like
doubt, no doubt.
that, yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not. I mean,
Like
no.
don't we. That's the whole thing about like the same thing I enjoyed about our grandparents doing it like that.
Yeah,
That's that's the way I do it.
yeah.
I don't meaning to offend nobody or put them down. For me, it's comical,
Hmm.
and there's a punchline in there. It's like
Yeah. It's just goofing.
rhythm in there. It's
I'm telling you, I always had a fun time learning, and especially whenever I'm learning new language, I always like to learn the swear words for a couple of reasons. One, I want to know what to say to somebody when they piss me off, and two, I want to know when they're talking shit.
facts.
So I'm
No,
not
no,
just like,
you
oh,
gotta.
thank you, and they're like, fuck you.
No, I like knowing too, but I don't like saying it because man,
Yeah. Well, in any case, we went down a rabbit hole of swear words and had a little fun with it. But
my bad.
um,
We gotta, bro. We gotta come back. We gotta come back to what we talking about here.
all right, let's bring it back. All right, everybody, thank you for tolerating our shenanigans. There will be more.
You
Um,
know, I'm a big fan of languages, and we could
Here,
go on
bro.
days because, bro, because I compare, because we got one friend from every country.
Well, that's part of our thing, anyways, that we really love is culture, and with culture comes different language, slangs, the
Also,
dialects, even within the same culture. Like even in America, you don't speak in Cali. You don't speak the same way you speak in New York. In
yeah,
New York, you don't speak the same way you speak in Virginia, Florida, Texas, the Midwest, Minnesota. None of those places, right?
bro, accents are my favorite. I
Yeah.
love.
And there's colloquial slang, the local slang. Um, people catch us all the time. They know where we're from. Even without the Raiders and A's hats, they know because we be saying shit like hella.
Hella too much, bro.
Giveaway.
Bro, growing up, like, why accents are dope to me? Cause like I grew up on like the British accent, like British English,
Yeah, yeah.
and not even that much. Like but I didn't know if there was a fucking difference between Australian, South African,
It's also different. Yeah.
not even that. Like in America, East
Mhm.
Coast, Southern
Yeah, for sure.
Florida.
I enjoy it too. I've been around a lot of places in the world and in the United States, and everywhere I go, I'm always trying to learn and pick up on things. And I like to,
Yeah,
um, and what's cool, you travel a lot, but even when I don't travel a lot, My job brings people from all over the world and all over the United States to us.
Hmm.
So everywhere I've been stationed in the Air Force, everybody's from all over. So you always get their cultures and things. So it's pretty fun, man.
It's pretty awesome, bro. Like even in our school, we had all kinds of food. It was like,
Yeah,
bro, I mean, you're always learning shit. So like, I mean, I got exposed to so much shit just by being close to these fools who were like Filipinos,
yeah.
Americans, and like learning about their food, their culture, their
Guamanians,
accents,
the
their accent.
Chamorro.
Yeah, and like
I've got a
all
lot of
these
good friends that are from Guam.
Mexicans and like, and then I started finding out the difference between the different type of Spanishes.
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot.
Because they be like, the people in Spain have a different ass accent.
That's correct. It's very
Spanish,
proper. It's like English, English.
it's like the shake. Is it Shakespeare or is it Shakespeare?
Shake, not steak.
Shake, right? Steak and shake?
Shakespeare, not steak shear. Steak spear. That's hard to say. Steak spear.
Station.
Steak spear. In any case. But you know what? Thinking about school it makes me think about our topic. It makes me think about our topic of mastering the basics. You know, there's this model that I think most countries follow something similar. I've heard of different styles of, um, learning and these other things, but like we're supposed to be getting this well-rounded education as children. Go to elementary school, you learn the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic. Remember that? Ever hearing that? Reading, writing, and arithmetic. So I always believed that reading was very important, and
Mhm.
reading it can be for entertainment, but it is also for education. Like if you can read, you can really learn a lot. Nowadays, you still have to be able to think. So you can get a lot of learning through different media of hell, man, YouTube is a powerful thing, but it also is risky because you don't know the credibility always of the things you're
Bro,
learning on
reading,
there.
it's like a privilege. Like
Yeah.
we've been trying to look at the hieroglyphics and shit. Like
Yeah.
that's like trying to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, what I say, you can hear it now.
Yeah.
If I evaporate tomorrow, that shit's gone with me.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I fucking leave it for you is I put it
Yep.
in a code in a hieroglyphic and I'm a whatever script, something.
I,
And if you can't read it, bro, like you can um I mean
the information is lost or it's useless.
knowledge, like this shit could save your life. I mean
Yeah.
have a I might have a recipe over here to cure your sickness, but you can't read.
Yep.
And I'm not even around. I've been dead for 300 years.
And here's the other thing. There's a lot of there's a lot of information out there for people already. Like as soon as I had access to the internet, I
Hell is
almost
good, bro.
I didn't really need a
Hey,
library anymore.
when you say internet and soon, bro, That back in our days, that shit was you couldn't put that shit in the same sentence. It wasn't
Yeah.
no song about that internet. It was like
No.
an 8 minute.
It was still, but still, think about this. Even though it was slow with the modem dial up, right? It still took you less time than packing your shit, getting over to the library, either for the walk, the bike, the bus, skateboard, drive, whatever it was. You
Oh yeah.
still had it in your home. So even though it was slow, it still was just the speed of light. It's coming into your house and right in front of your face, and you could search whatever was loaded onto it. So, like in my home, we had the
Yeah.
encyclopedia.
Remember when you could get the encyclopedia CD?
Yeah, no, dude, I had that. That was good, and
Yeah,
it was really
that's it,
dope.
bro. Encyclopedia. We don't need that no more.
Yeah.
They replaced it with Wikipedia.
Well, yeah, there's Wikipedia, and that's an interesting thing. But I think that whatever we decide we want to, how do people are getting into a profession because a lot of times they need to make some money. They got to put food on the table. They got to pay the bills. They got dreams. They got things they believe that they can achieve, you know.
Yeah.
I want to be I want to be in the Congress. I want to be a business owner. I want to be a superstar musician. Or I want to be a world-class athlete. Whatever it is. And there's a really a risk of trusting in your talents and the God-given gifts. You ever heard this that you have things that you're born that you're more naturally attuned to?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, people have a natural gift. As some we call it a gift as if you were given that greatness. You know, we can't control things like our DNA, right? Like I was born to the people I was born with, my body, my height, my bone density, all that shit was determined through my DNA. But
Yeah, that's what makes
this,
me different.
yeah, up here though, the mind is a muscle. Um, most of the things that you can achieve are things that you can strategize, things that you can build good behaviors, build patterns in your life, and if you are consistent and you are deliberate and you learn the right fundamentals, you can be successful at achieving your goals at the highest level. I believe that. And the evidence out there of all the successful people in the world backs that up so many times, endless amounts of times. You know, how many times you see people fall into great opportunities and their whole world falls apart because they don't have a good foundation.
That's horrible, bro.
But it happens. It happens to a lot of us. And we fall for that trap. So I think the message that I want to give people about this first part of the topic is that success is in your preparation. And your preparation should be based upon foundational, basic fundamentals of whatever it is that you are trying to master. Until you can master them, until you can repeat the basic fundamentals consistently and deliberately and even subconsciously, you need to focus on those things. Once you achieve that, then you can start moving on to the next stuff. If you try to get straight to the advanced things, then if you reach a friction point or like some type of you know competition, for example, you see it in the athletics a lot. You know, in the pro sports and Olympic level athletes, they go and they're competing against other people of equal caliber, other teams of equal caliber, and coaching and all this preparations, all equal, equal, equal. So if all you're relying on is your talents, when it's so close and the things you're trying aren't working, and you don't have a foundation to fall back on, these guys are going to outdo you. And I think many things are in a competition. If you're providing a service, like if this is our podcast, right?
Yeah.
Other podcasts are out there. There's hundred thousands of them.
Yeah.
If we ain't turning on the mics, if we ain't coming up with topics, if we ain't having conversations, if we're not pushing out our episodes, if we're not reaching out to people,
Yeah.
trying to get some feedback on what they like, what they don't like, you know, we're never gonna know. But there's other competition out there because who's gonna tune in to the tuning in podcast
Hmm.
if it doesn't have something to add value to their life? They're
Yeah.
gonna tune into something else, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just the way the world works. If you're a McDonald's employee, you want people to come back to your McDonald's. You don't deliver them a nice product when they come through the line. Give them the order they ordered, you know, with the hot ready to go, you know, so they can have it their way, right? What is it? No, that's Burger King, huh? Ooh, look at you. You got that thing wrapped in paper. What is this? The hood? We out here?
Yeah, I had to sign an NDA for this shit.
5-0 is coming. They're knocking on your door right now. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, is Mixman Shawn there?
Reveal the recipe.
Are you drinking outside?
It's the prohibition days, bruh.
I love it, man. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think McDonald's is, it's just my example, but it doesn't matter what you do. If you work in retail and you're providing a service to people, the only reason they're going to come back is if they're satisfied with that product or they believe that the next time they come back, the promise is that they will get what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell yeah.
but you can't just be like, all right, here's your shit, throw some stuff inside a bun, throw it at them. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be well
No,
done. It has to be an engagement. It has to be customer service. You have to give the people what they want.
and it has to be what they got last time. So consistency matters.
That's a great point. Consistency absolutely matters.
Mickey D, because you get that Big Mac same way every time.
Yeah. I mean, you go back to places for the experience, right?
Yeah, and they mastered their recipes, and like that's why they're so secretive about it. You know,
Of course. But, there's an expectation when you go to
they
a
got their
long,
mac right.
long standing businesses, you know?
Honestly, Mickey D fries are hella good. I don't know how they make it. I mean,
I've heard that it's a certain kind of potato. They only use this certain kind of potato to make their fries.
crazy or whatever
Yep,
before.
and the oils that they use are a specific kind of oil, and that there's also a little bit of sugar in the salt mixture.
Hell yeah.
But that's the thing is like, how can we get people to really enjoy our product? The reason that there's an argument that McDonald's French fries are the best of fast food French fries is because they figured out what people like.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
mastered the
Look,
fucking basics of French fries. Do you think they just threw the first batch of fries in and it was just like, this is the greatest French fry ever? No.
I saw that documentary of the dude that came up with the McDonald's,
Yeah,
like how he put a whole method to it. It's very dope. He's homie's a genius, and
of
like his
course.
I like him because he talks about flow,
Talks about flow,
flow.
like rapping, like
Yeah,
ha ha
yeah.
ha ha, 1 2 1 2.
1, 2, and 3 to the four. Because Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's at the dope, and they
Get
want
them
to,
French fries dipped in oil.
yeah, you know. So no, it's for real, bro. Like in the doc, I think it's a movie or a document, whatever. It's a story about the dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like he wanted everything in order,
Yeah.
and like he found the most efficient way. There's no like the way he designed his kitchens from the order. When you start putting it together, whatever happens first, like the way he
Right.
designed his kitchen, everything has to do with the flow.
Yeah,
Because
that
if
makes
you
sense.
difficult to put it together, it's not enjoyable, and the food's gotta fucking reach, and it's breaking their backs or reach too high,
Yep.
and like everything's measured out to like it's comfortable for these people to put that shit together in the quickest way possible
Yeah.
because it's fast food. If
Right. It's supposed to be you come in, you get your order in, and it comes out to you quick, hot and ready.
and it better be the same thing I got yesterday.
Yeah, that consistency is important. My favorite fast food restaurant is, of course, the In and Out because they're so consistent.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's family.
No, and I say that aside from all the joke, we've done the joke before about the In and Out versus the Whataburger, but the point of it is
Bro,
it's
real
the
quick,
consistency though.
sidebar. Remember back in the days when we were kids, bro, in one of the raps you had some in and out bars.
Probably.
You said some shit like I don't know what the you were saying some crazy shit like in and out 60 seconds, leave no trace, something,
Yeah.
taste, some bullshit like that, bro. This is high school raps, but I remember you were saying some shit about in and out. I like
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. That's actually I remember that. That's hilarious.
you never put that shit out. It was a good rap. It was a good little flow.
I mean, as good
But
as as good as
and
Jay Wells can do.
isn't it crazy how businesses have flow?
Of course, bro. But I love that you brought that up about the process because everybody's got a process. All right. So on this point, I hope that everyone Sean, even you, bro. I know for me, I have goals. You know,
Yeah.
everyone, I hope that you have goals, man. Set them. Go out and achieve them every day, no matter what. We have goals. You got to get up. You got to get to work. You got to get your workout. You got to make sure the kids are good. You got to make sure the fam's good. You got to go X, Y, and Z. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Short-term goals, long-term goals.
Yeah, life goals. Like, what do you want to be leaving as
Yeah.
your legacy on this
All
earth?
like, you know,
Nobody's promised tomorrow. So if today's your last day,
really shit ever.
if today is your last day, what did you do with it? And I think that this conversation about mastering the fundamentals, mastering the basics, don't jump straight to the Gucci. Be the disaster before you can be the master. Learn the lesson while you're in it. Okay? Learn the lesson while you're in it. Set a goal, be realistic with yourself and understand that you're gonna have some complications. You won't achieve success every single day. You
Fact.
won't. But you can
Thanks.
turn you can turn
Yes.
that failure or that obstacle into a lesson, and that can be your recipe for a solution. Hey, I faced this fucking problem today. Today was a shit day. And here's how it's not. Because at the end of the day, I look back at that problem and I say, what was the lesson of this problem? What's my solution moving forward? And the next day you get after it. If you're blessed to wake up and get after it again, that problem won't occur again. It won't. So it's just getting after those little things, putting some purpose behind and intent behind your daily behaviors. I think that's what I really want people to focus on. If you did listen to this conversation today, or whenever you're listening to this recording of our episode, that's something I really want you to take away about this. You know, be intentional. Make
And
sure don't skip steps at all.
like, bro, disaster isn't a bad thing. Like, because that's the process. So
Right.
if you have to be a disaster to be a master, enjoy the fucking disaster.
That's right. Learn how to be comfortable in that situation.
Yeah, because yeah, enjoy it, bro. Like, because there's teaching moments, and you're there for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know
And
what we call that in the military, Sean?
uh-huh,
Embrace the suck.
embrace the suck.
It sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. So you just say, you know what? It is what it is.
Catch.
How can I make the best of this situation?
Yeah, and like that's what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna, if you really wanna be great at anything, you gotta figure out what you love,
Yep.
and once you figure it out what you love, spend time with that shit.
Sean, you're gonna like this, bro. Earlier, before I hit you up for our recording, me and Elena were watching the evolution of hip hop on Netflix. Dope
Oh,
ass show.
it's
One of the episodes we were talking about was like or we were watching was it was about damn, we watched two. In any case, it was talking about mixtapes and the mixtape era, and then there was
okay.
another one that was talking about the super producers. And I actually learned some things that I didn't know about some of the music producers that I liked a lot. The Neptunes,
Oh man,
dude, they were signed and doing records way before I thought they were. I had no clue they were behind some of the hits they were behind until today, literally today. I was like, "Holy crap, 10 years before I ever heard of them, they were the hottest guys that everybody wanted to get and do a song with."
I hope I'm not wrong, but I think Pharrell Williams got something to do with that song. Back to the Hotel by N2D. He's
Maybe
got that
so.
one, and it's got that one sample that goes da, 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 da.
Mm.
And it's like a trumpet or whatever. It's
Um
sickest beat. I think
dun
Pharrell
dun
that
da 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 dun 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 dun. I know the
Ooh, ah,
show.
da, da, da.
Yeah, yeah.
I think those fools are from Vallejo, bro. I don't see.
I don't know if they were on that track, but they might have sampled the same. They might have taken the same sample, because
I might be completely wrong, but
either way,
somehow
that's a dope
Pharrell
ass
is
song.
connected to either that sample or that song for sure. And this is before he was actually Pharrell or whatever like that.
Yeah,
He was a youngin, you know.
he got picked up by a major record label out of Virginia with one of the hottest producers of the late 80s to early 90s, and that's where they started to do the thing. But then they broke away and started doing their own. But in any case, I was like, these guys these guys were laying their foundation before they blew
Bro,
up. Did you know
and
this? Hey,
their,
you'll know this guy.
their sound is mad funky.
Did you know that Timberland came after the Neptunes?
I didn't know that because seems like
And
Neptune,
Timberland actually grew up.
Neptune would be like the younger cousin of Timbo.
Yeah, no, it's the opposite. Because Pharrell just looks young, but they're both from Virginia, and Pharrell and Timberland's families, like they're family friends. They grew up together, and he's the one that actually like pushed Timberland and all that other stuff. I wouldn't say he gave him the credit, but Timberland spoke it to it himself that he was like a big brother to him.
That's dope. I find Pharrell Williams very fucking like a fascinating individual.
Well, yeah, they were authentic. You know,
He's
there are
trippy.
people that,
I like his mind.
mm-hmm,
Like musically, he's dope. He he gets into like lyrically, he's dope. Like when he writes and rap,
yeah, yeah,
he knows how to use his voice, and he's fucking making shoes, and he's got the
right,
like he's into fashion. Like that motherfucker is a creator. Like overall, he just creates, and anything he creates, it has his stamp. It's
yeah,
like his personality is like all over. Like whatever the fucking brand is, ice cream, fucking bullshit.
mm-hmm,
But like it's like you can tell that's Pharrell.
yeah. I agree with you. I just gleaned nuggets of our topic throughout their story, and then Kanye West was in there in that story. Timberland was in that story. Some of the old school guys were in that story, but those people in the music world are the example of what we're discussing. Those guys don't skip the basics. They're
Hell's
in the
no.
studio hammering that shit out, and they've mastered it. But now, if you watch them do something, you're like, oh my gosh, someday I'll be like that. No, you won't. And I'll tell you why. Most people aren't willing to do the work. Here's the thing. Before we segue into the next subject, here's the thing. Because this is the perfect segue. All right, Sean, I'm setting it up. Here's the
Let's get
thing. Here's the thing about this. You have to be willing to do the work. 100%. Back to Thomas Jefferson's thing. You want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. You have to do the work, everybody. There is no cutting corners.
yeah.
Quote from swimming coach Grant Stillweiler. Stillwinder, sorry. He's Australian coach of Olympians, champion swimmers. His quote is, "If you cut corners, you would just keep going in circles." I really liked that for this message here. You know, if you
Bro,
if you aren't willing
hell yeah.
to do the things the things necessary to have the things that you want, you will not have them. There is somebody else out there that is willing to outwork you. I'm telling you right now, you want your dream to become a reality, you got to be willing to grind. And you cannot cut corners, you can't cut steps. You got to push through. Some people get there sooner than others. So our old discussion of comparison being the thief of joy plays a part into this. Stay in your lane, focus, take note of those things, but you will arrive when you arrive. Not when somebody else arrives, that's their path. Stay
Mhm.
on your path, work hard, don't give up, and just be consistent every day. Master the basics, take yourself to the next level.
Bro,
Don't cut corners.
real quick sidebar.
Yep.
this shit applies to this because, like, us being like men being men,
Of course.
and
What up,
we
bro?
like taking directions and shit.
Mm,
To like, when we're driving or whatever, like obviously we need GPS. You know what I mean? We don't know the whole fucking map. But
right.
like, you go to IKEA, you pick up a piece of furniture. I'm talking about me, like especially me, bro. Like, I bring some shit, bro. The first thing I'm gonna do is toss out the directions.
I'm
I'm
figuring
like,
this
how do
out.
I put together a fucking table? It's 4 legs on the top.
Yeah.
Start doing it, and some shit don't match.
It's so stressful.
And some shit is off balance, and I'm like, God, bro, where the fuck is this fucking direction? Then I gotta pull these shits up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this fucking one little screw or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I cut a corner, it cost me fucking extra. Even though I'm pretty good, like
Right.
I can cut corners because I'm good. Nah, nah.
Well,
Cutting, nah, bro. I mean, okay, here's another way.
okay.
Cause working with wood is very forgiving, right? You fucking put a nail here, you bent that bitch, you pull it back out, you screw a fucking different.
Reattack.
It's like wood is forgiving, but let's say if you're writing scripts, you're a software engineer, and like you got to put together this little whole program, and you got a script, and you cutting corners, yo, it's never gonna work out. Cause guess what? You can't skip no corners in fucking scripting.
Yep.
I mean, you could have the whole thing right, but if you're missing a comma, your shit is not gonna work. It's steps matter.
Yep. You got to make sure
Accuracy.
you cross your T's and dot your I's.
Yeah, like I mean, yo, yeah. If you're not accurate and precise about your shit, like cutting corner, it cutting cornering is art, but like you could, like musically, you know how they say like learn the rules so you bend the rule.
Yes. That's a good point. Say that
That's a
again.
whole
Say that again, Sean.
that's an art.
Mm.
Like that's a whole nother scenario. But like generally, cutting corner, it lands you in an area where like you probably now gotta spend double the time.
Yes, absolutely. Because you got to go back, track down where your error was, rewrite it all, and then you have to replace everything afterwards.
Also, in my experience, what I've noticed is like if I just spend the time to overlook at some directions before I put some shit together
Mm-hmm.
and see what I'm working with, bro, my overall experience just goes way better. I just
Yeah.
and then I enjoy in anything, even with what I work. If I'm working on scripts and shit, like if I just take time to understand what I gotta do,
Mm-hmm.
and if I just do some pre-planning, what I might face, how I can avoid it, and then I put a flow to it, like the Mickey D dude,
Yep. A system,
it
a
becomes an art.
process.
It becomes it becomes like harmonious.
I like that.
It's, this
I
shit's that's the key to have a good day.
For sure. I'm going to give two scenarios here about cutting corners. Um, so the advice that I got actually about crossing the T's and dotting the I's was from somebody I really did not like. So there was a time where I was actually really doing something I truly loved,
Mhm.
and I didn't. I learned a lot of lessons in this time period. This is when I was a drill instructor, an MTI at our Air Force basic training. I wanted to be there. I wanted to do that job. I loved it. Um, my team dynamics was crazy. I mean, crazy. My partner every day was a mess. My section was a mess. We didn't have any top performers. I didn't have any support to teach me, train me on things. Our section supervisor was a good guy, my friend, he was just didn't have a lot of time to spend one on one with us, and my training leading up to that point was lacking because every couple of weeks I lost a trainer and I had to start over. So there was serious gaps in my training. I never got the fundamentals. I never got the basics down. And then I
So,
was thrown out there
no
and
bueno.
I was learning on the fly. And honestly, the people that paid the biggest price were my trainees, my recruits, because I couldn't give them everything that they deserved and everything that I wanted to give them because of all the problems in there and then just the serious gaps that I had in my own understanding of things. I trained them hard and I prepared them for the things that I thought were most important that I could give them: physical training, stress inoculation, and those things. But like mastering the details of inspections and some of the things that came later in training as they closed out, get ready for graduation, I struggled with. So in any case, to shorten up the story, it wasn't going too well when it came to my records. So um,
You got a
the
bad record, bro?
well, yeah, I had a bad scores on our final records over there. Like
See?
everything was graded, so my final scores weren't very good, and we were really good at the things that I knew really well. PT, we were doing really good on those, but like some of the other details, I didn't know. I didn't know them, so I was trying to learn them, but I was only getting to learn
Um,
them through
PT
myself.
means physical training or physical
Physical
therapy?
training, correct? Yeah. So running, push-ups,
They, they,
sit-ups.
they call the same thing for physical therapy.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Yes, they do. But in the military, we call PT physical training. So we got the scores, and they weren't doing too good. And a couple of back to back, and my our chief in the unit was like, "We're getting rid of this guy." And they were getting ready to send me somewhere else. I was like kind of upset. I'm like, "You guys got to give me some time. I'm gonna do better. I just need time to learn. This is what I want to do. There's no other place that I want to be." And he was like, "Well, it gave me some long story in any case." And I learned the lesson here about mastering the fundamentals because I never let that happen again. I had all the justifications to why I wasn't up to speed on certain things, but I realized there was way more that I could have done to learn it had I paid better attention and had I been more persistent about getting someone to help me get there, right? But I was trusting people. I say, "Hey, I'll come help you. You come help me," and they would not show up. Then I would just shoot from the hip. I was winging it. Like we'd get done, but we wouldn't. I wasn't to the level I was hoping to be at. Does that make sense?
Bro, can I pause you for a second? Because
Yeah. Go ahead.
real quick, I want to make a good point
Yep.
about that. I'll take a quick break, real quick.
Yep.
Be right back.
So I wasn't doing too well in this finality of it ended up being that the chief brought me in and he's talking about, we're going to send you over to this other unit because
Bro,
you're not getting the numbers.
MTI breaks down
So
to
that's your drill instructor, basic training. You wear the big campaign hat. You
yeah.
take the
What?
recruits from civilians and you turn them into military boot camp. So
Doc,
yeah,
MTI stands for what?
military training instructor.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's the Army calls it DI, drill instructor. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
see those guys wear them big campaign hats, Smokey the Bear.
yeah.
So did
Only
that
you,
for a couple.
only you can prevent fires.
Yeah, only you.
Only you.
It's a
Yeah,
great slogan. Yeah, and that was I learned a lot of lessons during my time there. And I learned the lesson not to cut corners and not to and to master the basics. Like you have to in order to be successful. And so that was my big takeaways. All right, yeah, they ended up moving me out of there. But then after I had left, I had watched this. The problems that I had was I presented all the issues. I said, "Hey, I need this and I need that because when I was in the training, I didn't get it, and that's why my results are what they are. I'm working on it, but I knew that I could have learned it if I had been more persistent and not just said accepted the circumstance, right? And spent more time mastering the basics. I was trying to get into all the stuff with the rest of the guys that had been performing at a high level, and I wasn't ready. But I didn't check myself early enough on that to realize that master how the importance of mastering the basics. So my line about successes in the preparation was my big takeaway from my lesson that I learned there. In my next unit, I was very successful, and then I watched that unit crumble to the ground because they didn't really support their people. Um, and in any case, that's the lesson was that you must be prepared and you must be consistent and you must master the basics. You can't jump straight to the top of the top.
I like the fact you track your own progress. Like you knew, like you weren't prepared. You know,
Yeah, it was a hard pill to swallow.
because
It's a lot of pride.
yeah, but like being honest pays off because lying doesn't have. Like I give you
No.
ex- from like my field, certain people will come in and kind of like lie on their resume
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. That was going to be my next story. Yeah, go ahead. How do they do it in your world?
and like pretend like they know like more than they do, but then so they get hired and then they come and make a complete fool of themselves
Yep.
on site because it's like they'll say these keywords pretending like they know some shit, but they don't exactly know how everything works. And it's like people that know what they're doing, they can see right through it. And it's like you just fucked yourself out of an opportunity because now
Yeah.
I'm looking at you like, mm, you know what I mean? Like you pretending, bro. If you come at me like, I this is all I know, I could take it from there. You know, like as a team, we can figure this shit out. But like if you gonna pretend like you know some shit you don't, like it's like you're skipping steps and cutting corners and
Yeah.
cutting lines, and you're unprepared, and then everybody suffers because you bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you can take accountability, be like, hey, yo, I know what I know, and I what I don't know, I need to know that.
Yeah, I think accountability is a huge factor in all of this conversation. Everyone is accountable for themselves, whether they acknowledge it or not.
Knowing exactly where you at is a huge advantage. You can
Yeah.
kind of calculate where you're gonna be, how much time it's gonna take you. But if you start bullshitting, be like, I oh, I already know what's up. Hey, that's what's gonna keep you behind.
Yep.
You know,
You have to keep remain that intellectual curiosity. Even if you are pretty sharp and you got a general idea, if you don't have the what is it, 10,000 hours behind you, then just keep that curiosity, man. And even if you do, just keep that curiosity. So you can just keep that freshness about it, that constant state of learning or whatever it is. I
and being
think,
dishonest about it plays against you. You
yeah, I
I,
see it a lot in my world too. Exactly what you're saying. People be lying, be capping on their resumes. Or for example,
yeah,
I'll give you another good story, right? And then this will be my last story for the topic, and we can get into some other stuff, the current events. But one thing that I saw a lot in my career, 20 years in the Air Force, y'all, as a security forces, as an MTI military training instructor at basic training, a couple years as a commandant in Airman Leadership School. Shout out to all my people at the Travis Airman Leadership School. Beep, 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 beep. Um, the thing about it is,
that's the wrong word I meant to say.
yeah, I got you. I'll tell you what. The
Hey,
thing,
hey, quick,
the,
Josh, can I let
yeah,
me real quick? My bad, dog.
go ahead, bro.
I'll be throwing sidebars, and I'm sorry.
I love the sidebars, so don't you dare apologize.
If
If it wasn't our show,
this
it
this
wouldn't
this
have sidebars.
this just reminded me, like, not this one, but
Yeah.
if Little John had like one of those Southern accent
Mm-hmm.
where you say the H before the W.
What? What? Okay. Yeah.
So funny. What? Why do people do that? Like, yo, English is already complicated,
It
and now you're
well, it comes back to our point about slang and colloquialism. Like that's
what
your
you talking about, bro?
yeah. Same thing as like we say bro a lot. Why do we say bro after everything we fucking bro? Like yeah,
That's all right. We know.
exactly. That's what they know. That's
How what?
that's what they say down there.
Hey, what's up,
Um,
bro?
let me see if I can remember what the fuck I was talking. um, oh, I
I'm
was trying to make my final point. My final point, right? So all this,
what you were saying.
my time in the Air Force has shown me a couple things. Okay, I'm not speaking for the Air Force. I'm just giving you my perspective, the things that I've learned. There's been a couple of times when I say a couple in
Or
the in the double digits. Okay, in the double digits where I've seen people get to a position because they were lying and they were faking the funk, just like you were saying. They
yeah,
put
that's
they
cool,
put
man.
in this stuff on their awards packages that made them competitive for promotion. They get the promotions and they're in over their head, and it's super obvious, y'all. That's all I can say. It's super obvious. And then
Yeah,
if you do lack the humility on top of that, if you lack the humility and you come in there cocky, arrogant, and faking the funk as if you do know what's up, but you really don't,
but
that makes it even worse.
what about these doctors that pay to get their degrees? Imagine being in the hospital and this motherfucker's in charge of your life. This piece of fucking shit that paid for his degree is in charge of your life, and your
Well,
family spending all the fucking money they earn to
it's
save
very
your life.
frustrating.
And this little piece of shit is thinking he could just write you off. You know what I mean?
I know the feeling, and the same is many of the similarities apply to so many professions of what you're talking about. Obviously, in medicine, in surgery,
It's life and death.
it's life and death. In in many other instances, it's also life and death. Search and rescue, emergency response, all the first responder community. Yeah, man, you can't fake it, bro. You got
Shout
to
out
have the real
to
shit.
911 crew, man.
Say that again, Sean.
Shout out 911 crew.
Oh yeah, no doubt. First responders, shout out to y'all.
Yeah,
But
911.
we know every community has their
Bro, can
their,
I
their folks
real
that be faking the funk. You know what I mean? So just like, don't do that. That's all I can say. It's as simple as that. Do the fucking work. Do the work, y'all. If you're gonna become a
see?
master of a thing, you have to get put in the time to do the work to be legitimate and have credibility as the as a top performer in that field. Do the work.
Real. And
And
like,
and like Kendrick said, stay humble.
hell yeah. He also said,
They ain't like us. Dun, 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 dun,
just sit down or
dun,
something.
dun, dun, dun.
Was it sit down and be humble or some shit?
Yeah, he said, "Bitch, sit down."
Yeah, sit down. Yo, Kendrick is so dope, man.
He's the man, dude. The beef with Drake has just been cracking me up. All right, are we good to wrap that point up and let's get into some current events? Or do you
They're
have any
not,
final remarks on that? Or we can come back to key takeaways at the end of the show.
bro. They're not like us.
They not like us.
They're not like
You're not like the Marclair Project crew. Um,
us.
okay. All right, y'all. We're gonna break away from the main topic, and we're gonna get into some current events. First thing we want to talk about, Sean,
first
broke
thing.
the news to me today.
Wait. Where we at? Where we at?
The current events, my friend. Sean broke the news to me today
No,
on.
no, no, no. Before we get into that,
Oh, you got something.
yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
The people can't really fully see your shirt, and honestly,
Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I'll take a shot.
all they can see. No. Leave it where it's at. Leave it where it's at. Leave it. Go ahead. Leave it.
Oh,
They
okay.
can
Well,
only read the bait, and
that's all they need to fucking know.
that's all they fucking need to know.
No, no. They need to know the whole thing. Hell, tell them
No,
what
no,
it is.
it's the bait is the key word. Hell yeah. Yo, I can't believe I forgot about this shirt, dog. I can't believe you still have that.
That's the Bay Parva Mixman Shawn T-shirt, y'all.
Hell
If
yeah.
you want one, you're gonna have to send us an email at marclairproject at gmail.com.
That's 101. Yo, I only
Yeah,
you got
it's one of one. So if you want it, you're gonna
believe
have to shoot us an
I can't
email.
believe you still fit in that fool. Shout out to you for keeping your weight
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
and
Still in here,
and
fluffy.
yo, yeah, hitting up the gym every day, man. You're inspiration. I'll be
Well, I consider myself
no,
I
you bro,
consider
honestly,
myself a warfighter, my friend. I
you
got to be hard to kill.
you don't miss a day. I miss a lot of days.
It's been rough. I'm an honest person. It's been very rough.
I know it's been rough, but you don't act like it's been rough. You've been showing
I
up.
never do, bro. Come on, this is Jay Wells you talking about, dog.
Paying the rent. You
Calm,
been
cool, and collective. I feel the pain, and I still train. That's what it is.
no. That's the thing about you,
Yeah,
bro. Paying no rent. You show up, dog.
yeah. Game recognized game.
Yeah, and
Shit.
I mean, I'm not built like you. It ain't no way.
But
You're,
I'm proud of you for you. I mean, you
I be
picked up
trying.
the weights. You've been out running, doing your thing, bro. This is why we stay looking fucking
Not
youthful in our old age.
no, bruh.
It ain't
Definitely,
easy.
definitely, it ain't like the old days. But
No, of course not. Even for me, it's not. Trust that.
yeah, no. But I was gonna say, nice shirt. But
Yes.
let me break down the word real quick.
Send it,
The
babe.
the, the
Parva.
word bay, the word bay is like a prefix, you know.
Okay.
So so you can put a bay in front of anything and then turn it into a negative.
Mm.
In Punjabi, and it's the same thing for Urdu because it's something we borrow from like Parsi, Persian, Urdu,
Yeah.
right? So it's the same for them, but the word bay means like without,
Without.
without,
Oh, okay.
and the word perva means
Say it again. The mic cut out.
the word perva means without care. I mean, the word perva means to care about something.
Okay. So babe
Right?
Parva is like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if you care about something, it's perva. Like, but if you
Hmm.
don't, it's paper bra without care. But I like this word because like I was going through a phase where I was like as a musician, as a beat maker, I already knew it's Mixman Shawn, like my beats, my shirt on the beat. Oh, you already know, right?
Hell yeah.
But like I'm also a writer, so as a writer, I wanted to because music's music, but when you're a writer, you kind of have to give up these boundaries because like you gotta be super authentic about your opinion when
Yeah.
you putting
You
when
don't
you
want to
put
hold
your
back, right?
when you're putting your pen to the paper dog like and you're gonna put your name to it, you gotta stand by business, right?
Yep.
So so I was like, all right, I have my opinions, motherfuckers don't agree with it, whatever. I'm kind of a trippy individual, I'm controversial, I'm Punjabi, I'm American, I'm a remix, I'm a recyclable,
You're a mixed man, bro.
I'm futuristic, I'm bit of this and bit of that, right? So I was like lyrically, I'm expressing how the fuck, like musically, yeah, I can create feelings with music, but like if I'm communicating with people, like my identity,
Yeah.
it provide, and I like the fact that it had the word "bay" in it because
Yeah. It's a double entendre.
I wouldn't be writing if I never made it to the bay. Might have never picked up a pen. Might have
Okay.
never made a beat. So it was like it fit. It was bay, and also the provide means love. So if I'm to flip it in English, it's bay love.
Yeah.
Because provide also means to care.
Yeah.
But if I take the bay and I flip it into English, it's bay love, California love.
Double meaning, bro.
Bro, yeah, we out here. So it's
We
California.
out here.
Literally, your shirt says California love, but Bay Area dominant.
Hell yeah.
We
And it's got the Bay Bridge stuff in there. With your
and it's got
your graphics.
and graphically,
And it's
yeah,
fucking gold, man. This thing is shiny, bro.
we got the Golden Gate Bridge and we got the gold film for the motherfucking
I
top.
love it. We need more of these.
So
If
so
y'all
yeah,
want to, if y'all want to get one, it better come into the email, marclairproject@gmail.com. One of one. There's only one way to get it. You got to reach out, find out.
so as a musician, it's Mixman Shawn, but as a lyricist, it's Paper Rob because you 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 gotta forget about the boundaries when you're writing. It's freedom
No doubt.
to say some shit, to explore, to to connect. You know what I mean? So that's my way of keeping it authentic to myself. And like, and I'm a big fan of shouting out the places that the soil that feeds your, you know what I mean? So for me, it's Punjab, and now it's California. This is what's been keeping me alive. The Bay, Punjab. For me, I'm a product of five rivers and the water. I'm a,
It's like the Bay Area is a lot like that too, because the
see,
Delta and
that's
all
why
the.
I thrive out here.
Isn't that irony of you moving from one to the other that has a similar kind of ecosystem?
Yes, it's water based.
Yep.
It's fucking oxygen, whatever. Just
Yep.
flow, and I'm ready to go. Just tell me when to go.
Tell you when to go. Pull that
Yeah,
mic
bro.
up, Sean. Pull that mic up a little bit.
Hey yo,
There he is. There. Oh, dude, that's clean. There you go.
I got I gotta be like, hey, yo, this is a stage mic. My bad, dog. We just out here experimenting. This is a Radio Shack mic from back in the days.
Yeah, I love it. I think it sounds pretty good.
Back in the days.
Dude, the God, is that you?
Hey
Hello?
yo, is
God.
it working?
I don't know.
No, it's not working. Damn, I gotta figure this little board out.
You gotta put some cheat codes on there. Hey, Sean, you want to tell me about this American Team USA? You were telling me about this earlier.
And I am surprised you didn't hear about that, brother.
I've been really just minimally focused on like
Been-
main
I've been
political
busy
headlines of
being
things.
American. I don't give a fuck about no cricket.
Yeah. That's what
just,
it is.
just say how it is. It's like,
Break the headlines real quick. Break the headlines, and then I'll switch it up to a screen share so we can see the press conference.
and I'm asking Josh. I was like, bro, you know what cricket is? He's like, yeah. When I tell a dad joke and nobody laughs,
That was
it's
quick. That was quick, bro. I like that.
it's crickets. I'm like, yeah. That's not those crickets. There's a game called cricket invented by the British. Happen to be fucking addicted to that.
But what happened though? USA beat somebody, right?
Yeah, and it's crazy, bro. It's I think if I'm not wrong, because I'm not a big cricket dude,
Mm-hmm.
but but my family and my friends, obviously,
They're big on it.
I mean, cricket is the biggest thing in India. Like they don't give a
Really? It's bigger than football? Soccer?
yes, yeah. Bigger. I don't know if India has a soccer team. Yeah,
I'm sure
definitely.
they do, bro.
I think they only give a fuck about flying a kite or playing cricket.
Okay, we'll just run with that, dude. Let's just run with that. Flying kites and playing cricket, bro.
Yeah, I know. So I thought it was trippy that like when I moved to America, I didn't know what baseball was,
Yeah,
and like I thought it was a really difficult game because, bruh,
it is.
you guys have a round bat, and like to hit that fucking ball with that round bat, you gotta be super accurate. So I thought cricket was a little simpler because the bat is a little flat. But I remember when I moved here, bro, nobody knew what cricket was.
Yeah.
Nobody, like people did not give a fuck, or they understood what it was. Yeah,
So Team USA went out there and whooped some ass and they beat Pakistan.
and it was their first game.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I was like, wait, I was like, America's involved in cricket?
Yeah. Let's watch. Hey, I got the press conference. It's like 37 seconds long. Let's pull it up. Just
Yeah,
now.
and I
So the
mean,
sound is on. I
it's
haven't
kind of
watched this, so
historic.
this would be like yeah,
And
it
you
is
know,
kind of historic.
and yo, if Americans get addicted to cricket, it's fucking over, bro.
Dude, they get addicted to anything.
Bro,
All
because
right.
I mean, they got basketball,
Can
they
you see
got
everything?
baseball, football, soccer, and now they're gonna get cricket. Oh my god!
Watch the fuck out, dude. USA. All right, you ready?
I mean, we won.
Yeah, no doubt. Can you see this?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I was
Beating Pakistan, it's a big achievement, and the World Cup itself is a big achievement. So yeah, I would say it's a big day for Team USA, and I would say not just for USA, for USA cricket community too. I mean, of course, beating Pakistan in World Cup is going to, open many doors for us, and people like, USA cricket community will be aware of it, and obviously hosting the World Cup in USA and performing here as a team, it helps us to grow the cricket in USA.
That's awesome. That's from NBC News.
isn't
Um,
it crazy? It's some Indian dude.
yeah. Hold on. This thing's already automatically trying to play the next fucking video. But yeah, that was a pretty cool little clip. You can see that the
I
players
think,
like, hey,
bro.
this is gonna open up
I might be wrong because
opportunities.
I didn't see the game. I only heard about it. And I thought it was kind of dope. But
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, I think it was mostly Indian dudes or whatever playing.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
They're like
they're
some software engineers and shit.
yeah, and they're well, they're Americans. You know,
Eh,
they're
eh,
Indian Americans or Pakistani Americans or whomever
Bro,
from the part of the world that plays cricket on the team, and they kick some ass.
Josh, when I was in Miami, dog,
Mm-hmm.
I was out there for some work and I went to cricket games in Miami.
Oh wow.
I've seen India versus Pakistan match in Miami.
Oh yeah. There's a dude named Singh in there.
Bro, and I was like, oh shit, like there's a whole culture out here that loves cricket.
So Sean, check this out. I a while back looked this guy up.
Oh,
His name is Kuldeep Singh Bugal.
uh-huh.
He's like the most legendary cricket player ever,
For-
dude. But he's like Indian, but from Uganda.
Bro, I ain't never heard of homie's name. I know Kuldeep name because that's my uncle's name. And it's a
Right.
pretty badass name. But
Yeah, so he's like hold on.
bro, because
Kuldeep Singh Bugal. Yeah.
in Indian cricket world, I think the biggest name is this dude named
Oh
Kapil Dev.
really?
Like, and he's kind of like a '90s legend.
Oh wow. Let's
Yeah.
see if I can pull him up. See if Jaime can pull him up for me real quick.
Hey, Jamie, yo.
Yeah. This guy Singh. I'm
um,
pulling up. There he
Bro,
is.
I mean, cricket has made it to America, dog,
Excuse me.
And and there's a lot of people in America, Indian and Pakistanis, that love cricket. These fools stay up late at night trying to watch shit, because it'll be in a different time zone,
Yeah,
and they'll
this
have their shirts on, bro.
it's a crazy game, isn't it?
Bro, I mean, I've never been a crazy cricket dude, but I got cousins that are in the really good players, and these fuckers, play in local teams, and they kick ass, and they have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I've never really been into cricket like that. Like, even as a kid, bro, I didn't even understand what the fuck it was. And my uncle be watching some cricket. I'd be like, yo, I am fucking bored. What y'all doing with this little TV? And like, we don't have too many channels. When it was cricket playing, that's the only shit that. And they be like paying attention. I'd be like,
Didn't some cricket teams reach out to you for like doing their music for their like walkout games and shit?
yeah, that's some. It was an Indian team. I made a song. Honestly, I
Did you just send them something from the archive? Like, here you
no,
go.
I really tried to make like a little cricket anthem, but like
You just weren't feeling it.
I wrote a good verse and shit, but my heart wasn't in it because it was like it's not what it
I
was
feel you.
forced. It was like I don't do shit like that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Um, but
What else?
my verse was good, but it was not believable because it was. I don't mean that shit.
You were just trying to make it work.
Yeah, and I hate doing projects like yo. Let me just do what I do. If you like it, show. But yeah, I mean, if I was actually a cricket dude and I wrote a song from my heart, like okay, for example, like
Mm-hmm.
E40 did that shit for the Warriors. Everybody say Warriors.
Yeah,
So E
yeah.
at the Warrior games, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not at these games, dog. I don't fucking know what y'all doing.
Bro, you could have been the E40 of cricket, dog.
Uh, if I liked cricket,
Well, maybe now you do because USA won.
hey, all I know is I've been to
Anyways,
games in Miami, and I was very surprised. And there's fools in the Bay that are fucking,
tearing it up.
bro. These software engineers, they fucking play crickets on the weekends. Like, and I'm like, some of these dudes, right? I'm like, bro, for an old ass motherfucker, you in a really good shape.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a, I do sports and shit on the weekends when I'm not fucking coding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I
I
love
was,
it, dog.
one of my guys, shout out to Hector Montoya. Dude was an incredible athlete and always working on his shit. He played competitive lacrosse, did
Hey,
jujitsu. You'd love this dude. We got to get him on the show sometime. I'm sure he'd be down.
let's,
Um,
hey, yo, real quick, real quick. You know who loves fucking cricket?
who's that?
Because like
Donald Trump?
everybody thinks, because like I'm Indian, I know cricket or whatever. I don't. Let me tell you who loves cricket. Our
Who?
boy,
Oh, hell yeah. We got to bring him in as the cricket expert.
no, his dad. Dave doesn't give a fuck. Dave, Dave don't give no fucks.
But he'll
Dave
have some stories then.
giving.
Anybody has their dad is into something, they know they got some stories about it.
Let me tell you, Dave's dad loves cricket so much. He got his nose broken from playing cricket because somebody
Love it.
fucking threw a ball at his face and it fucked up his nose.
Hell yeah.
Like his nose ain't got no bone in it.
Yeah,
Shout
no doubt.
because he
There's
loves.
some interesting things in the sports world happening in the United States. I'm really seeing a lot of focus onto women's basketball, the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the recent years, it's been elevating its game. A Las Vegas team, Las Vegas Aces, have been back to back champions, and the way they put their style of play is like actually very fun to watch. And then, of course, this last year they had big controversies in women's basketball at the college level. Have you heard of this beef between like Caitlin Clark and some of the other women's athletes in the WNBA?
Not too much.
Yeah, it's a kind of a interesting topic. It's one of the main headlines of women's basketball right now, but it really shouldn't be.
What are they mad about?
Well, technically, she was like one of the most prolific college athletes of any sport as far as putting up numbers and statistically, right? She broke a lot of records, and her style of play, I guess, is kind of reminds me a bit of how Stephen Curry's style of play was. Um, it sparks the game. It
Bro, Steph
creates that.
Curry made me love basketball because I wasn't born loving basketball.
Yeah, and
I wasn't around for the '92 Olympics or whatever.
but so then like that's the parallel is that I think Caitlin Clark's stardom, her historic run in sports, being such a headline news, is the same for a lot of people. Like, wow, women's basketball. Let me pay attention now. So I mean, it's a good thing because there are some incredible athletes in that sport.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out, shout out. But the up to this point, I didn't really watch their games. I didn't really pay attention. The Aces for me are the real story in the WNBA because of their high level of play, the teamwork that they have, things like that. So if anybody is watching because of Caitlin Clark and because of all that, I hope that you actually turn your eyes over and watch teams like the Aces and some of these other players like Ionesca because they actually really are entertaining. Back in the day, we had these players like Cheryl Swoops and a couple other legends that were really good players, but the league wasn't super competitive, so it wasn't a lot to watch. But I like sports. I like competition. Doesn't matter if it's men or women, as long as it's competitive and it's a high level performance. And I like games that have a lot of pace. Like I don't watch baseball on TV.
Live.
You got to go to the game. We've been to many games together. It's just
Yeah.
fun. You're hanging with the homies. You can hear the crack of the bat. Like
The only-
just yeah, it's the only way. But and when you're there, the pace doesn't is perfect for an in live event. So
Man, the fucking Sunday uh, evening games and shit. You know what I mean? With the
oh
fucking
yeah, stand up late doing all that stuff. I'm ready for football to come back because I like football a lot. But I've been watching some combative sports recently. A lot of mixed martial arts, UFC, and a couple of the boxing events. But sports are always fun. They get people together. There's a lot going on, so much going on with it. And to our main topic about preparation and mastering the basics, there's an athlete that I really love. I don't know if it's a quote, but Usain Bolt. You know Usain Bolt, the Jamaican sprinter,
pastor.
world's fastest man.
Yeah.
Dude, think about it like this. He would say he would train for 4 years for 9 seconds. His whole training for 4 years straight is all for 9 seconds.
What a method.
You know what I mean? Like,
Man.
you already know he didn't skip nothing, not a damn thing. That's how you get it, you know? In any case,
Gotta be precise, bro.
yeah. In any case,
Cutting
sports are fun.
corners
There's
to
a
me,
lot to glean from that.
it's just not classy, man. Cutting corners, like if you bought your shit
Yeah.
and you're authentic and you're an artist and you put your name on your shit,
Yep.
man, you already know
Yep.
you
Got to
can't
do it.
stand behind this bullshit. Like, bro, cutting corner doesn't produce good products.
Nope. It's cheap shit.
It just doesn't. It's just you know
It's
what I
cheap
mean?
shit.
Like, cause bro, in India, a lot of motherfuckers like these architectures, motherfuckers,
Yeah.
architects or whatever. They be cutting corners.
Their buildings fall down.
They're trying to make these bridges or buildings,
Yeah.
and then putting more sands in the cement. Cutting corners, trying to save money. fucking this and that, or like, you know what I mean, being shady. Within a year, the fucking building falls or the bridge falls, and it's just like, why you cutting corners, bro? Like, there's a fucking method. There's method that works, and like, if you put your name on anything, you want to be proud of your product, dog. If your shit is falling after 2 years, I don't consider you no engineer. I don't consider you no
Yep.
like. I mean, I don't know. It's it's versions of everything. People
Yeah,
make shitty products and they make really, really, really good.
we do.
And
One of the other current events that are happening out here, Sean, is this Trump trial came to a conclusion last week, and he was
yep,
convicted on 34 counts of, you know, business fraud is pretty much what they were trying to get him on. But then this week came out with some reports about jurors leaking the
yep.
the uh, the verdict early, so this might compromise the case, which is really interesting. But I find something else very interesting. When you go look stuff up, depending on the sources that you're looking things up, like I have Google pulled up, right?
Did you hear his latest interview with the homie?
Which one? He's been
He's
out and about on a lot of them.
a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's one big one.
Well, what was the essence? What did you take away from it? What did you remember him saying?
It was like it was his big interview after like all the convictions or whatever. Or yo,
Mm-hmm.
but he came on the shit. He was saying stuff. A lot of the shit he said, man, it was making sense.
It's
And
crazy how that is.
and, and I don't understand politics,
Right.
but I was just understanding like he not lying about some of the shit.
Yeah. It's a crazy scenario because
See the like
for most people on they're taking sides on this, right? You got people that are a liberal or Democrat on the side saying, "Oh, well, Trump's a criminal now. Oh, he's a felon. Oh, he is this and that." They're never gonna hear the argument on the other side because their mind's made up before they get there. And on the other side, they're like, "Oh no, everything's a sham. Everything's rigged. Everything's a fraud." But there's somewhere in between where obviously he got himself into vulnerabilities that made it possible for these court systems to uh, write him up and put him on trial. And then on the other side, they're just going after things that they know they can at least tie him up in court with. So it's a trip to see. But what I find interesting is if you go on Google right now, the top 30 search results, anything to do with Trump, are going to be all in favor of the opposition. But it just doesn't, like, my critical thinking when I look at the scenario does not lead me to believe that. And I am not a Trump supporter. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't like either of these fools. When it comes to somebody that I believe in as a leader that I will put my name behind, I do not.
but all I know is Biden is fucking doing a sloppy job, and fools are not happy
I agree with that.
about the like.
Dude did the D-Day speech the other day, bro. The president was out doing a D-Day speech the other day in
Like,
France or wherever.
we don't got better options. Like, why do we have to get the fucking hospital patients to run?
I
Like,
don't know, man.
these fools gonna die. Like, I mean, how come we can't get a healthy motherfucker in there that has some history?
Or even somebody that's a little younger,
Or
that's a
like,
little
yeah,
bit
like I don't
more.
like these celebrities and shit in politics. whenever there's a celebrity in politics, I just don't like it. It's just like, yo, you lying.
Something about it seems weird, right?
It's like you're acting. You're a fucking born actor.
Like Robert De Niro has been involved in this a lot. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
It's so
it's
weird, man.
actors in politics is they're act. I don't like it, bro. Please let me get a politician that's been a politician
A professional.
that's been about it.
Yeah.
That
They're
has
just
some
not, I
like,
mean,
yo,
there's
this
not many of
motherfucker
them.
like this. He do this shit.
So when I was doing our quote for the opening, I was thinking about something, and I definitely want to kick this over to our friends on I Came with Fire podcast because they're really in tune with this stuff, and some of their
They,
people in their circle.
that's their forte. They're
They think about this stuff and they know it really well, and at least have strong opinions. But the thing is, if the winner wins, they pick their vice president. That vice president goes with them. The old school way, like back in Thomas Jefferson's day, was number one wins the presidency and number two becomes the vice president.
Mhm.
That would be a trip if we went back to that. I'm just saying. So, like, let's say it's Trump and Biden again, right? Whomever wins becomes the president, and whoever loses becomes the vice president. Then you'd have a party representative in each seat in the presidency, and they would have to, work together. I wonder how that would be if we went back to the old school way, and that be an interesting topic to think about. It might force some more civility in the election years, because that's the thing about this election stuff is that all the dirt comes out, right? Every time, bro. The election years are the worst, bro. Like families are like fucking at each other's throats. You
bruh.
know, like nobody's coming to the parties, nobody's doing shit. Inflation always just miraculously seems to come around election years. Everything's expensive, you know. It's
Yeah,
crazy, man. How that always is. They rile it all up. It's like they fan the flames of chaos. But it would be interesting to hear some perspectives from people about what they thought, what their thoughts are, and if you
bro.
win, you're the president. If you lose, you're the vice president.
Like you know, I don't understand politics, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a war going on, and it's fucking this who's dying, and it's okay, and there's fucking budgets for it.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. It's
And it's
there's
like,
always calculated
can he
estimates.
think, bro? Trump wasn't having motherfuckers die like that. He was grabbing bitches by the pussy. Ain't nobody.
You know what? Um, is as strange as it is. I think Afghanistan was the last domain that was there during his presidency, and it was like low casualties at the time. It was a
Yeah,
pretty stable environment.
I'm
But
a,
the
I'm a big fan of presidents being healthy. Fucking, you know what I mean?
For real, yeah,
Like, what the fuck? Like, this is it. Like,
can't be out at a conference sliding a Biden is what they
like,
called it.
yo, how come ain't no young motherfucker out here like
They just not. They don't got the money behind them, bro. You already
money?
know. You don't got the money behind them. Come on.
It ain't
There's a
about being
line, bro.
like
That this is what happened when
be Einstein out here, but you couldn't have no money. Be like, yo, fuck out of here.
when Obama was swagging his way to the presidential nomination for the Democrats. He was out performing Hillary Clinton on the campaign trail. They were competing against each other. It was I remember this. And the moment she was done, all her money went to him.
Bro, what's the deal with the Hillary right now? Is she fighting or she relaxing?
Bro, she's gonna be hiding, dog. She's up to her old ways,
She's
but
not fighting. Like, why?
how did these people become as rich as they become?
No,
If
but
they've
why
been
you relaxed right now? Like, yo, you was fighting for a position, but all of a sudden you're cool now.
Nah,
Yo,
she's throwing weight behind Biden. She's throwing all the shade she can at the opposition.
but like, if you body, pull up again. What do you mean?
She ain't going to, bro.
Yeah,
There's too
because
much. There's too much.
He was just playing a role. It was fucking tic tac
One of the
toe.
things, one of the things that is going to come out of this, because the Trump trial is over, except for now, maybe an appeal, which is likely, and also this thing that's ongoing with the review of that incident with the juror. But the other case that's happening is the case with Hunter Biden and his gun charges, and the fact that they brought the laptop back into the light again. It's like, damn, bro, I thought this thing was a dead deal. I thought they already got past it, but no, it's evidence. I'm telling you, bro. Isn't it strange how like we're majority of the culture is more interested in what's happening with P Diddy than they are with the Clinton emails and the Hunter Biden laptop scandal. You know what I'm saying? They
And
know everything about the Kendrick and Drake beef, but they don't know shit about these things. They said this, Sean, for years. They said that the Hunter Biden laptop story was Russian misinformation. Oh, strange how it has now become evidence in the case. That's what I'm saying about the mainstream media. They be full of shit and people buy it hook, line, and sinker every time.
Mhm. For real.
Every time. In any case, that's going to keep going. It's going to be out there. It'll clear up what it clears up. Um, People got to be smart, man. Y'all got to think outside the box. Take a step back from your political views and use some critical thinking and analyze what's being said and what's not being said and who's involved in those things.
And I don't know. Okay, let's let's not get the celebrities fucking to be in the politics. I don't like that.
You don't want Diddy for president, bro?
Nah, no,
The diddler?
none of these fucks. People who are good at it and they have history in politics and they study it and you know
Yeah.
you've seen some history and these guys understand it. They, they study this
Yeah.
and don't let them just fucking go because oh they're popular and they'll get the votes and they're gonna win. Bruh, fuck the votes. I shouldn't even have to be voting. Why am I voting?
Well, that's
Are y'all fucking dumb? Go do the right shit. Why you have to have me vote? I gotta tell you, like, yo, no, bro, get these smart motherfuckers because all right,
we're gonna have
uh,
President AI pretty soon.
like the electricians, they go do their shit. They know what they're doing, right? The musicians, they make music.
Yeah.
Politicians, bro, just do the shit.
They don't
I'm
even have to be good. They just have to get the most people
like, I'm not
behind
voting
their
for
movement.
a musician. Am I voting for a musician? Am I voting for a fucking best car in the world? I ain't voting for shit. Whatever the best is, it just is because it is. I don't need to vote. I don't need no proof. The best shit is already the best. Fuck the
Well,
vote.
the voting is like this, Sean. I say the vote is a good process for a couple of reasons, right? I understand what you're saying is like
I'm just
eh, here's the thing. People get a chance to advocate for someone who's going to represent them. Does that make sense?
voting.
That isn't always what happens. That isn't always what happens. The president of the United States is supposed to represent everyone.
Us, yes, all of them.
However, clearly that is not how things have been working. And since the parties have significantly different values, there there tends to be, you know, a significantly different representation when those figureheads at the top of the government are in charge, man. But the vote allows us to do a couple things. Replace that person, right? Um, Come out and say, "Nah, we're done with this. Let's put this next person in." It's just a lot of work and it never ends. But I think that it's about as fair as you can get. You know, Because imagine that if you were crafty enough and you were the best car, if you will, you could find your way to the top, bro. Easy and never leave. And you know, who's interested in that at that time? You need these people to come out and support you, so that way you can be in that position to represent them. Without the vote, then who are you representing other than yourself?
No, no, voting is a great system. It is. It is.
And I know your point. I just had to throw those nuggets in there with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, I know. We're on the same team. Um, but yeah, I just want good fools. I just want to put my trust in motherfuckers that I know that won't fail.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's hard, man. Like I
It's like
can't even think back.
an easy.
I've only voted one time, personally.
I'll be voting, but then I'll be like,
I can't. I just don't like these motherfuckers. And I'm not going to sit here and be the person who's like, well, the lesser of two evils. Nah, evil is evil.
yes.
Shit is shit. I ain't putting my name on it. I'm just telling you right now, and I'll fucking complain. I will not put my name on somebody who I believe sucks just because they suck a little less than the other person. If they suck, and I ain't put my name on that shit at all.
Like, bro, like you can vote. It's cool. Some motherfucker won, and they're doing their shit. Most of the time, it don't fucking change your life
Yep.
on a local level. Doesn't do shit for you.
Sometimes, if they're there long enough and they're able to achieve their goals. But, you know what I mean? It's just, it's weird because as a government employee myself, have seen it be very different when different people are in charge, if that makes sense.
The difference is clear, bro.
Yeah, it's very clear. And that it's not the person, it's the party. Because the person represents the party instead of the people. And that's where we need to get back to, the person representing all the people as fairly as possible. And when I say they represent the party, it's the people that funded that campaign. They're compromised. A lot of these politicians are compromised. Could you imagine if we had a politician that was completely self-funded? What if like I'm just going to use Elon Musk as an
Trump
example because he's got
mostly
enough dough to do it.
isn't Trump self-funded?
Absolutely not. No.
No,
Mm-mm.
but he could, right?
Um, Probably not. No, because rich people, wealthy people are wealthy for a lot of reasons, not because they have disposable
Wait, wait,
cash
wait.
just laying around.
What if the fucking one of the British royalties ran for president?
Oh well, they can't because they're not a national. But if they had that kind of money,
They came
you're
out here,
saying
became a national, and
they
they
can't.
already.
You have to be born in America to be the president of the United States.
So they come out here. They find an American girl.
Nope. You have to be a natural born citizen of the United States of America. That was one of the things that the opposition of Obama tried to get him for, was they were saying that his birth certificate was phony. They thought they were claiming he was born actually in Africa, and they tried to dig up dirt on him.
I
But
thought he had history in Hawaii.
yeah, and that's where they kind of, found his birth records or whatever. But that was one of the controversies that they tried to inflate during his time, was that he wasn't a natural born citizen. But he was.
Which should
He was
be
born
like
in Hawaii,
that should be like a simple 3-4 minute conversation.
which was weird to me that it wasn't. Like, hey, here's my shit. Oh, shut the fuck up. Hey, but it wasn't. It's still kind of controversial.
Wait,
It's
wait.
weird.
So so Obama wasn't born in America?
Well, that's where a lot of people would argue. They're saying that they think he was born in Africa because his father was like South African, but
Damn.
his claim was he was born in Hawaii. And they had some birth records for it, but it was like a big shenanigans that they were trying to get him on, make him look like he wasn't.
Damn.
That was one of the stories back then. But they pretty much killed that because it was kind of stupid, to be honest with you. But yeah, man. The politics stuff is happening a lot. If it's a lot's going on in that world, we ain't got to stay on that. I definitely think that the the Puff Daddy stuff is tripping me out because it's uncovering a lot. Um,
And like,
it's covered a lot because there's so many connected to him. And the biggest thing that I think is coming out is about those freak tapes. What do they call them?
there's some bullshit he tweeted a couple of weeks ago talking about the truth can be hidden or whatever. Like the truth will come out, and
Yeah, and it ain't gonna be good for him.
and it's like I'm like, yeah, brother. Like we fucking see it, bro.
We
We
know what's up. Yeah,
yeah, because honestly, even before the footage, bro.
he was already sus.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, it goes. I'm not when I see this motherfucker doing whatever he's doing. It's like, yeah, bro, it's very believable. Like your personality has that type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bro. Like you out here all in the video, like motherfucker.
Eh,
Fucking
eh.
exactly like Suge Knight say, you all in the video, like bro, what the fuck? Like you make beats, bro,
Yeah, barely.
or like nah, I don't even think you make beats, bro. Like, whatever the fuck you do,
It should be in the background.
what
Well,
Suge
I
Knight?
think is a
Cause
lot
she, bro,
a
what?
lot
Why
of
the Suge Knight was mad for a reason. Cause he looked at P Diddy. He's like, yo, this motherfucker stupid as fuck. All in the video.
oh yeah.
So like, whatever fucking Suge Knight say, that's what I'm saying.
Well, they were taking over the music industry at the time. They were becoming the number one um, record label, Death Row. They were throwing down. But the thing with Diddy is a lot of his stuff that he does that's coming out. It's real mobster like. It's real mobster like. So they'll get leverage on somebody by
Bro,
having these freak off parties where they recording shit. They got these secret rooms. They get all these people compromised and then they blackmail them and hold it over their head. That's the truth that's going to come out. Believe that. That
bro, that
truth is going to come
that's
out and it's going to
that
be
shit,
a long list of motherfuckers people thought were legit that are going to look like dog shit afterwards.
bro. Like his whole thing is like, okay, he's blackmailing you, bro, whatever, right?
Yep.
Imagine some motherfucker, some dude be like, oh, you're not gonna blackmail me, motherfucker. I'm gonna beat the fucking shit out of you right
Yeah, but he had money, dog. Like
now. I mean,
securities, hitmen,
yeah,
all that kind of shit.
like, imagine somebody beating the shit out of him and taking his money.
But they can't. They can't just take his money. It's not like he's got all his money in his
Yeah,
pockets. It's he's a very rich dude, bro. He's a billionaire. There's not that many of them.
yeah,
And that's what makes it even crazier because he had a lot of money. Like here's the
and like,
thing. If you
and like,
weren't guilty,
bro,
why
did
did
you see that?
you leave the country and go to a non-extradition country?
Bro, did you see that little tweet by Biggie's mom?
What'd she say?
She said, "If I see this motherfucker, I'ma slap the shit out of him." Biggie's
Hell
mom.
yeah. Good
And
for
when you
her.
think of Bad Boy Records, the biggest artist they have is Biggie.
Yeah, man.
And Biggie's mom's like, "Fuck this little shit." Fucking
It makes you think like when you see the dirt come out on dudes like this like years later, all the
bro,
conspiracies about him from a long ago start to sound more real.
me and you, cause I know you my dog, right?
Yep.
We know when we're talking about music or artists. When it comes to art, there's two things: the shit they produce and the person. It's the
And the
music
what?
and who they are.
Right.
It's music and the art. So like you discover the music, you fall in love, and then you discover the artists and their life and blah blah blah. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
and with this fucking motherfucker, like there's no fucking, there's nothing to fall in love about. Fucking
Yeah.
music. I brought up, like you don't produce.
Music. How the fuck? Like I wasn't ever bumping his shit. Like I don't. Who's been
Yeah,
supporting him all these years?
like yeah, bro. Cause we know, like we discover a band, we fucking fall in love with the sound first, and then we figure out what the drummer contributed to the shit,
Yep.
the guitarist, and we fucking find out their story, and like everything makes sense, and we fucking dive deep into it, and shit makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome, man. It's making our life better. It's making our times enjoyable. But this motherfucker, I never believed he was an artist. Like, bro, to what? That's why when homie, fucking what this big ass dude, bro,
Which one?
the gangster, Shook Knight.
Oh, Suge.
Yeah, that's when he was like, yo, well, these motherfuckers all in the video, all this and that. It was relatable. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I'm looking at when I'm looking at the art, I'm looking at the artist. When I'm
Yeah.
looking at the motherfucker, I don't see no art. Where is the fucking art, bro? There's no art by you. You're
Nope.
fucking exploiting. You're exploiting Biggie, and he fucking died you because of your.
I think so. He had some influence in that. Well, that's one of the controversies I was mentioning. Is like that was one of the things they
Show
said.
dealing with
So
Puffy. Biggie died because he was dealing with Puffy. If this motherfucker if Biggie, all right, Biggie, you're a great artist. Minus Diddy, Biggie might have been still alive.
yep,
Tupac might have been still alive.
maybe.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
Because
there's
a
those
little
claims
bitch
that he
with a
set it
big
up.
ego, a little bitch with a big ego minus talent is a problem.
So what I'm telling you, my take is on it is that he's using a lot of mafia moves, some kind of
Yes, and he
mobster
ain't got
shit.
no talent. Let
You know
me tell
the you
bro.
know the movie American Gangster with Denzel Washington.
Yes.
So the real life character there, apparently, um, Puffy's like family knew that dude and like moved with him. You know what I'm saying?
Like his
So
dad or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I've heard this. I've heard this. I don't know if how true that is, but then I
But
look at the details of some of the stuff he's under fire for and how he's been moving over the last 20 plus years, and I'm like, it's a lot of mobster shit, bro. A lot of gangster
yes,
shit.
so so Pete, this Puffy motherfucker, he ain't no artist. He ain't got no soul, no heart, none of this shit.
Yep.
All right, no heart, no soul, but
Mm-hmm.
hella ego, and pretty much you ain't got shit.
Yep.
Just gotta beat little bitches to be like, oh yeah, I'm a thug.
And he's got hella money.
Like, bro, the most gangster shit you did was beat on fucking Cassidy.
No, he's got hella gangster shit, bro.
No, but like,
We just don't. People don't look at it that way.
bro, I don't know, man. Fucking Suge Knight would have whooped this motherfucker.
Anybody will whoop his ass. That's not the point. Is that he knows how to manipulate. He knows how to run a scheme, and he knows how
That,
to
that's dangerous.
make money off it. And so the power is not in your fists. Yeah, the raw power. If it's you and me in a room, when are you gonna get in a room with a guy like Puff Daddy. Ain't nobody getting close to this dude. He's a billionaire. You're gonna be 10,000 miles away. So the only way you get him is you get him caught up in his bullshit, and that's what they did. But he
Exactly.
got out of town, so it's like
But power is dangerous.
it is. But these guys, they're manipulative, man. They're crazy. The best shit ever, though, dude, about this whole thing, and this is kind of how I want to close out our P Diddy talk. 50 motherfucking cent, dude. 50 is hilarious, bro. I follow him on the Instagram, the best follow on Instagram that's not named Marclair Project. It is so fucking funny, bro. Like he drops so much shit. This guy has literally has a docu series on Netflix about Puffy. That is the ultimate troll move right there, bro. It's always dropping shit on there. It's so funny. I love it. It's hilarious. And it's gonna be great. I can't wait for that. Matter of
Bro,
fact, tomorrow me and Elena are gonna watch the Hulu one.
bro, 50's always been shitting on motherfucking
That dude, I
Jack.
I hope he never comes out to be that he was dirty. Obviously, the shit he did, gangster shit he did in his youth, whatever. But like, just watching him, you know,
Nah,
become the dude he is what it is.
I mean,
Cracks
you know,
me up.
you have this gut feeling about certain shit. Like
Yep.
whether you're wrong or right, that's a whole nother story. But your
Yep.
gut, it's it matters.
Yeah.
And a lot of time your gut feelings be right. And I've never heard no Diddy shit and put my soul on it and be like, yeah, I
No.
believe that.
Hey, if you took Big out of the equation, if you removed Biggie from the the story of Puffy,
He's irrelevant.
correct. So when he got Biggie, he made it, and that was something he
Yeah,
could ride to today.
bro, Biggie
Bad
died
Bad
because
Bad Boy Records won't shit without Biggie Smalls. It wasn't a thing. You could not even. It would have been a flop.
of
Tell me,
fucking.
tell me one other legend that came out of Bad Boy.
I mean, okay, Mace and Shine.
What
Let
legendary shit did they do?
like yeah, no, Mace figured out that fucking Diddy was fucking
Right. But do you know a Mace song?
yeah.
Or is he just famous for saying "fuck you, Puffy"? No, you don't know shit about Mace songs because he don't do shit without him. Because he wasn't really much. He's
No,
nice. I mean, don't. I'm not gonna knock him, but he's not like not even the top 100.
no, hell's no.
You know what I'm saying?
No, no, like Mace was a good artist though,
Mace is a good artist. That's it.
but
I'm
but
saying,
but,
but he's not
but
a goat.
no, ain't no,
You ain't. You're not gonna build a label on him.
no. But he was a Diddy artist. But when
Yeah,
he figured out Diddy was on some
but he might not have been if there was no Biggie, though. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's the gravity of Bad Boy. Was not Puff Daddy. It was Biggie. The
Biggie, which
people were, oh shit, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna be with Big. That's what's up. Big and Puff. Puff was the sidekick.
Puff
He was
was a
he
sidekick,
wasn't
but
the main attraction.
yeah, no, he
Not to
right.
say that he. I mean, he got Biggie. So you know what I mean. Like you can't take away the fact that he got it going and he had Biggie and he had some other big artists going. But after that, you realized real quick that it wasn't enough to
Bro,
like make it matter.
even when it comes to making songs, bro, this fucker was stealing other people's ideas.
They all
Any,
do that shit.
anything
Yeah.
that he ever made was already done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Already done in a really, really good way.
Hmm.
He would just take it and put a little, just
Like
jack
the
it.
Sting, like the police song, "Every Breath I Take."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you know they got him for that. They
I bet.
he he doesn't get a single fucking royalty off of that song
I bet.
because the homie from the song said, "Hey, yo, fuck all that." So
It's crazy.
the Diddy song, every time they play the Diddy song, Diddy don't get a penny off of it. Homie gets the pennies off.
It's crazy to see how it all went, man. To be honest with you, and then
Hey,
it's only just begun. That's the
I'm
thing.
glad. I'm glad they never cleared the sample
Yeah,
because fuck Diddy for trying to kill fucking Biggie and then making a song about rest in peace and
yeah.
using a sample and
That's
like having
grimy.
him benefit off of that. The homie was like, nah, 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 none of that shit. You're not using my song to tribute.
Well, it was weird because he did sing it with them at the MTV Musics.
That's later on though.
Yeah. In any case, there's going to be more. The thing is, these are all the charges. Nothing's happened yet. Once the court happens and these series drop, oh man, Sean, it's gonna be the tabloids number one thing, bro. It's gonna be fire. When we're not talking about President Trump running the country from prison, we're gonna be talking about Diddy, his cellmate Diddy, could be Vice President Puff Daddy.
Never.
Never, dude. Never. Any case, hey Sean, let's get into some key takeaways, brother. Something I
You know,
what's up?
I know it's a podcast.
This is hold up. We're on a podcast.
Yeah, 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 for sure, Marclair.
Marclair Project tuning in. Let's go.
But I forget that it is. And I'm like, yo, I'm just talking to Josh, so I just start saying stupid as shit that I
That's all
forget.
right. It's
Because
only recorded and shared with the whole world. Don't worry about it.
yeah, but I be forget, but whatever, dog. Like whatever I say,
I'm glad you brought this up.
I feel that way until you change your mind. Until no, until you change my mind, and then that's it. That's it. Like I mean, as a scientist, bro, that's yeah, I believe you show me different. There's no argument. I
There's
I don't
no
believe.
argument.
I believe in proof. I believe in science. I believe in experiments.
Pull up on that mic, Sean. Pull up on that mic.
Hey yo.
There he is.
Let me see if this thing really works. Josh, this thing works or not really?
Well, yeah, I can hear you.
No, I put a man, this shit don't work.
Where's your effects at, bro?
That's what
Talk to me from the heavens.
Josh. It was working earlier, right?
Yeah, it was for sure. In any case, hey Sean,
Nah.
instead of hitting us with some special effects, before we wrap up this conversation on Diddy, hit us with that Diddy joke.
Oh man. We have to?
I mean, if you forgot it, that's okay.
No. I didn't forget it, but I don't think it's that brilliant.
Who cares, bro? This is the Tuning In podcast with Marclair Project. Jay Wells and Mixman Shawn. Let's go. All day. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, all the fucking things. Y'all better be tuning in, leaving some comments, sending it out, get more subscribers. We need that.
So I always come up with stupid ass jokes to make Josh laugh, and
Then they always work.
that's an easy job because
Yeah, I'm a simpleton.
I can make Josh laugh with some simple shit, and we just
Send it.
all right, hey, yo, this is cool when we're not recording, but when we're recording, I get shy, man.
Never.
All right, here we go, here we go. How did he get his name?
How did he get his name, Sean?
So when did he kid?
When he was what?
When did he was a kid, he used to wet the bed,
Okay.
and his mom used to come around and be like, "He didn't just pee, did he?
He didn't just pee, did he? Good.
He didn't pee, did he?"
Hit it with that laughter. I love it. He didn't
Uh,
just pee, did he? Oh yeah, we're awesome. We have the best podcast on the platform. Joe Rogan ain't shit. Hey Sean,
yeah, yeah.
so I got some key takeaways for the show. Something that I think is important. Obviously, the main topic focusing on the fundamentals, mastering the basics, the ABCs, if you will. Man, really just don't cut those corners. Uh, I think it's so good. The things we talked about, the athletes, the businesses, the things that we talked about. Just everybody, if you're out there and you're listening to these key takeaways, just remember this: be the disaster before you can be the master. Establish your foundation. Rely on those fundamentals. Trust that process. And one thing, like I said earlier, that you should all be doing: set some goals, stick to them, be honest with yourself, be prepared for the obstacles, be prepared for the defeats, be prepared for the failures. Do not let them take your head out of the game. Stay locked in, keep chasing them down, and one day at a time, one thing at a time, by mastering the fundamentals, you will accelerate your path towards that goal achievement. Get it done. That's what I got, Sean. What you got?
Um, in in anything you do in life, I mean, whatever you do, give you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do it with passion, do it like you love it, you enjoy it, and if your heart's not in it, and you think about cutting corners, maybe that thing's not for you. You know. So it's just about getting the full experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's about spending your time where you feel like it's a good place, for you. Like, you're learning stuff. You're not, you're spending your time wisely. Um, and I don't know. Cutting corners is just like it usually. Josh looking at me like, what the fuck?
No, I'm
Um,
just listening, bro.
I'm having fucking brain farts over
Well, God bless you.
here. Oh, I mean, trying to make a point over here, but it's important, figuring out your passions, what you love, and really, you like like the homie Thomas Jefferson said,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be the disaster before being master.
Yep.
Being a master isn't immediate. That's not like, oh, I'm fixing shit up. It takes time. It takes trials and failing and learning. Being a master is a process, but every step, every step matters. Like if you're in a hurry to get somewhere and you think, think about skipping steps. For example, like yeah, when you're work, when you're working with the digital skipping steps, yeah, could be a thing that doesn't affect. But let's say you translate that into bodybuilding,
Right.
you're skipping the warm.
Skipping the warm up. Yeah.
How is that? Because the warm up is a part of. Because I know a lot of people that go to the gym start hitting the weight without warming up,
You end up with the injury or something, right?
breaking their backs, and it's the same principle in any art, anything you do. Whether you're writing a code or something, it's- every step matters, and you should enjoy learning the step and implementing the step. When you have the chance to implement the you learn.
Yep.
Like also, it's the confidence, the confidence you have from mastering every step. So
Yeah, you get like you work on something, then you feel good, really good. Like, man, I'm really good at that first thing. I know I
yeah,
can do that anytime.
and that puts you in a really good spot because now you don't have to lie about where you at exactly. Whether whether you're a student or a master, lying about where you're at, being honest is like one of the greatest steps because that's like where I'm at, like whether I'm an intermediate student, whatever it may be. Being honest helps in your progress.
Yep,
Like
for sure.
not to make it all weird, but like there's songs about like you ain't gotta lie, Tupac.
Hold on, Sean. Pull the mic up.
You know the song? You ain't gotta lie to people.
Maybe.
It's by Tupac and then like Kendrick redid it in his own. It's just basically about not lying, being authentic, and just bring your true self.
I got you. Yeah, I have to go back and listen to that one.
Yeah, and I don't know, dog. Like, yeah, pay attention every step and the time you spend in like the basics doubles your speed up when when you actually trying to get somewhere and you have the basics covered, your speed is just double, triple.
Yeah, because that's like the most things that you're gonna do require those basic skills of whatever your profession is. So, you that's what makes you the master is that you don't waste time. You're super efficient on all of those. So you're able to knock out those basic tasks because you have invested time dedicating to them to really,
Bro, that took me
truly know how to do them.
like 3 days to make a point that I didn't. That's the thing, bro. It's like, yo, when we're talking, but when we're podcasting, that shit, like, I I made a point.
I got your point. We're good.
um,
Um,
I really mean it,
of
and,
course, bro.
and I have personal experiences behind, it. Bro. Cutting corner, cutting corners have never worked.
They give you the immediate fix, right? You're like, "Ooh, I'm good," but then you fucking pay the price for it bad.
Even in the simplest terms, like setting up a table from IKEA,
Hmm.
I still had to go back and look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
So skipping the steps is not recommended.
Highly
I don't rec
not recommended. Thumbs down
like no, get to know what you're doing for sure.
for sure.
It makes your life better.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, let's wrap this thing up, Sean.
Yes.
Been a good conversation. I think we have a good topic here. I'd love to hear what people have to add to it. So, shoot us some messages in the comments. Send out our stuff to some friends, get their take on it. Have a conversation. Extend that conversation. We keep this thing posted out there on our social medias: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter X. And
Marclair Monday.
yeah, every Monday we're dropping episodes. Every week we want to hear from you guys. We're trying to present something that is from our heart, from our topics, and uh, experiences in our lives that we can present to you all. And but we really want to hear from you. So we want to start seeing some engagements from our people that are following us, increasing our follower count, getting the voice out there. If you want to come on the podcast, reach out to us either through Facebook, Instagram, or you could send us an email, marclairproject@gmail.com. If you have a topic you want to discuss with us, a story you want to tell, we're welcome to have you. We're looking for more guests in the futures. I'm going to close this thing out with the same quote from Thomas Jefferson, the number 3 president of the United States of America. If you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. But you got to do the work, y'all. You got to do the work. And every time when we close out a show, we say the same thing: protect your heart, protect your mind. Sean, what else they got to protect?
Your balls. No.
And
Protect your fucking.
pin code. I love it.
But no, AO, Thomas Jefferson,
Thomas Jefferson,
$2 bill.
$2 bill. No doubt.
Very rare.
If you got one, send it my way.
I mean, third president, dollar number 2.
It's
And
twice as good as one.
it's very rare. I'm like, yeah, I still want to know why they chose dollar 2. Because bro, nobody deals in $2 no more. Or did they ever?
Maybe they did, bro.
Or $2 were never that big.
It maybe used to be like the 10, or it used to be as good as the 5. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
I gotta look into Thomas Jefferson more. Seems
Yeah, that'd
like
be cool. Come back to we'll start sprinkling in some things like that for the future episodes for sure.
this quote is yeah, undeniable, bro. It's
Undeniable. And you know what? The United States of America is still whooping ass out there, especially in things like cricket. So on that note,
it, even it might be our first game.
but we're champs. No big deal.
You winning.
All right, man. Let's wrap this thing up.
No, it's because let me tell you why.
Why is that?
Because United States invented baseball, and cricket is much simpler than baseball.
Yes, put the baseball.
That's
Baseball's
why.
harder, therefore.
No, for them they're like, oh, yo, that's it.
Yep.
Because, bro, imagine running 4 bases. Like Crick is running back and forth, whatever. And you're
Yep.
hitting flat bat. Trust me.
I trust you, bro.
Like, scientifically, yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's wrap this shit up, bro. Ready? Protect your heart, protect your mind.
That's your pin code. For real, for real.
For real, for real. All right, we out.
And, man,
And your balls. Peace.
episode number 17 next time. Marclair Monday. Fucking tune in and vibe out. Yeah, Remy.
Yeah, I mean. Peace.